What if one day you closed your eyes and instantly appeared anywhere on Earth? No planes, no roads, no borders, just a single thought separating you from any place you desired. What if distance stopped meaning anything at all? Cities, countries, oceans, reduced to mere options in your mind, reachable in a heartbeat. What if teleportation wasn't science fiction anymore, but a human ability we suddenly unlocked? Would it make the world feel smaller? Or would it expose how fragile our systems truly are? And if everyone could go anywhere, anytime, would anywhere still feel special? At first, teleportation would feel like freedom in its purest form. Morning coffee in Paris, lunch in Tokyo, sunset on a remote island no one had ever touched before. Travel would no longer require planning, money, or permission, only intention. Airports would empty almost overnight. Airlines, shipping routes, highways, all designed around distance, would become obsolete. Entire industries would collapse, not from war or disaster, but from irrelevance. Borders, once enforced by geography, would suddenly lose their meaning. Walls wouldn't stop anyone who would simply think themselves to the other side. Governments would panic. Laws built on movement, visas, and checkpoints would fail instantly. How do you control a population that can disappear at will? Teleportation would erase the idea of far away. Emergency response, disaster relief, and medical care could arrive instantly, but so could criminals, spies, and threats no system could anticipate. Cities would swell beyond imagination. Why live near work when work is everywhere? Millions would crowd iconic places, overwhelming environments never designed for constant human presence. Remote locations would vanish in spirit even if they remained on maps. Sacred sites, hidden valleys, untouched ecosystems, nothing would remain unseen or unreachable. Privacy would become a rare luxury. No lock, no fence, no distance would guarantee safety anymore. The concept of personal space would have to be redefined. And slowly, a new question would emerge. Not can we teleport, but should we? As teleportation became normal, human psychology would begin to change. Anticipation would disappear. Journeys would lose meaning. There would be no build-up, no transition, only instant arrival. The human brain, evolved to experience movement and time, would struggle to adapt. Relationships would shift dramatically. Long-distance love would no longer exist, but commitment might weaken. When anyone can leave instantly, staying becomes a conscious and fragile choice. Work would lose its physical boundaries. Offices would dissolve. Entire economies would decentralize overnight. Yet competition would intensify as every job becomes global and instantly accessible. Crime would evolve faster than law. Teleportation would make escape effortless. Justice systems, designed around capture and containment, would be pushed beyond their limits. Militaries would face an existential crisis. Defense strategies based on territory and distance would become meaningless. Wars might become faster, quieter, and far more unpredictable. Nature would suffer silently. Mass teleportation to fragile environments would accelerate destruction. Places once protected by remoteness would now face constant human pressure. Eventually, restrictions would be proposed. Teleportation licenses, monitored destinations, safe zones, and forbidden zones. Freedom would begin to shrink again, this time by design. Those who refused regulation would form a new class of humanity, untraceable, uncontrollable, and untethered from any nation or authority. Society would split between those who accept limits and those who believe teleportation makes them beyond control. The world would feel both infinite and claustrophobic at the same time. You could go anywhere. But nowhere would feel truly yours. Moments would lose weight. If you can always return instantly, every goodbye becomes temporary. Every place becomes replaceable. Human patience would erode. Waiting, effort, and endurance, skills once essential, would fade from daily life. And slowly a strange nostalgia would emerge for the time when distance existed, when travel meant commitment, when reaching somewhere required effort. Teleportation would solve countless problems, but it would also remove something deeply human, the journey itself. We might realize too late that distance wasn't our enemy. It was what gave places meaning. So if humans could teleport anywhere, anytime, would we gain ultimate freedom or lose the very things that made life feel real? And knowing the cost, would you still choose it